Hello friends, my name is Jyoti and I am assistant professor in the Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Now in continuation of the video lecture of retailing, the next topic is basically the trading area analysis. Trading area analysis, the name itself refers that analysis of the available areas. If a retailer you want to trade your merchandise or the assortment for the customers, means how this particular trade area be analyzed so that you are able to establish a particular store at a particular location. Basically this particular analysis comes under the retail location consideration. Before selecting a particular retail location, this particular analysis is also being done by the retailer. Means if you are going to set up a store at a particular location, you have to see that the trading area or the areas available, so that the objective of yours, that whatever that you are carrying, that can be obtained in a future time period or not. So, just move forward. It is basically the definition part of trading area. Trading area analysis is basically obviously a methodology or a process or the techniques that the store manager or the concerned person or the companies basically uses in order to provide the basis for understanding, visualizing and quantifying the extent and characteristic of known or approximated trade areas. Means there are certain methodologies, there are certain techniques available in front of you, but before analyzing or before taking a particular decision regarding trade area, you just know the characteristics and the traits of different trade areas, that which type of characteristics and what consideration should be available while analyzing, and which tools are available for analyzing different trade areas, so that you as a retailer can fulfill and just may fulfill your objective. A trading area is basically, the name itself refers an area where trade is being happen and trade is being done in by providing the different assortment to the customers. So, trading area is basically an area from which a customer gets customer for merchandise he or she is selling. A trade area may be a town, city, district, state and a country, or even beyond the country's boundary. Means a trading area means if you as a retailer, the basic function is of yours is to provide some assortment to the customers as per the requirement of them. So, you just want to make available the products in trade areas. That trade area may be a town, may be a city, may be a particular region, may be a particular state, or even if you want to be go global, then you just go and just cross the boundaries of the country. That can also be a trading area. A trade area means an area where a retailer can cater or just attract customers in order to provide the product, in order to provide the assortment, whatever they are offering, whatever they are dealing in. Next is size and shape of trading area. Means if we talk about trading area is of basically three types. The first is primary, secondary and fringe trading area. Fringe trading area is also called tertiary area. Primary, as we see in the picture, that in this black one, it is basically the primary one. Primary one means where the store is exactly located, means out of that particular whole city or the town, which is the where is the store located. So, that black one or this black one is basically shows the primary area. Secondary area, that yellow aspect, that yellow color means the shopping area where the store is located, and fringe trading area means the broader one, the city or the town where the store is located. So, fringe trading area, the tertiary one means the bigger one, the bigger area means we are talking about the city and the town where that particular store is located, and the secondary one is the shopping area where the store is located. Means out of in that city or in that town, obviously there must be shopping area, there are so many shopping areas available. So, in which shopping area that particular store is located, that is all about primary trading area. Primary trading area, nearest the store means exactly that particular place. Primary trading area basically represents that exact location, that exact address where the store is located. Secondary area means there are so many shopping areas available in which shopping area that particular store is located, and the tertiary and the fringe trading area basically refers to that particular broader one, means the city and the town in which different shopping areas are available, and in which particular shopping area that particular store is located, that is all about primary trading area. So, these are different types of primary areas and different size and shapes of trading area. So, before setting up a store at a particular location, you just analyze these different area. Means obviously if you will set up a store, you will establish a store, the first consideration of yours will be like that in which city or in which town you want to operate, you want to offer products, you want to set up a store. That broader one means you have to firstly think about the fringe trading area, the tertiary trading area. Second means in that particular broader area or the big town, in the big town or in the big city, there are so many obviously different shopping areas are available. So, you have just select one particular shopping area that suit your objective, that fulfill your objective in that particular shopping area. Obviously, that shopping area must be a long one, a big one. So, but at what place, at which place you will establish your store, that is the primary area, that is primary area where you will locate where you will set up your retail store, that is the primary one. Means these three things obviously must be considered by you if you want to set up a store in a particular location, on a particular retail location. So, trading area is one of the important consideration while deciding the locational aspect. Next one is trading areas and store types, like largest trading areas and smallest trading areas, and these are different store types. Like convenience store, convenience store does not require a large trading area, that basically operates in smaller trading areas. And accordingly, if we talk about departmental store, name itself refers a store which is divided into different departments. Departments means different product categories. Different product categories means if as a retailer, if you are offering different product categories at your store, means if you are trying to capture different types of customers too. So, different customers obviously belong to different larger areas or a bigger one. So, the trading area must be larger. And if we talk about convenience store is just like mom and pop store that is established, or that is basically found nearby our home. The convenience store, basically these type of stores provide lesser categories of assortment, a lesser amount of assortment to the customers. So, that does not require a large trading area, that requires a smaller trading area, so that the retailer can keep the product assortment as per the requirement of the customers of that particular location, of that particular area. And accordingly, if we talk about supermarket, apparel store and gift stores, though as per the nature or as per the type of the stores, requirement of trading areas also vary from one to another. As we are seeing in the slide, that departmental stores requires large trading area, as well as convenience store requires small trading area. So, being a retailer, being a company, if you want to establish, or if you are going to setting up a store at a particular location, firstly you have to understand which type of store you want to establish, which type of product categories you are going to offer to the customers. As per the type of the product and as per the type of store, you have to decide about the trading area. Means if you are going to setting up a departmental store, means your consideration will be obviously larger trading area. Larger trading area simply means you have to consider those three level or size of trading areas, like primary, secondary and tertiary. And if we talk about convenience store, that requires a smaller area, trading area. So, you just go for not analysis should be done in a bigger way. You just go to a particular place and you can just establish your store at nearby the residence at you resides or at you want to locate. Next is we have very much aware about the definition aspect or definition part of the trading area. Obviously, there are certain characteristics that must be available in trading area. Trading area simply means an area where transactions are being done and retailers basically are able to fulfill the objectives. They just provide their assortment or the merchandise that they are going to offer to the customers. So, if they are going to analyzing the trade area, these are the different characteristics that should be available in the trade areas. So, being a retailer, if being a store manager or a store owner, if you are going to setting up the store, you just analyze, you just see that are these characteristics are available in that particular trading area or not. You have to be very evaluative, you have to be very careful about these while analyzing these characteristics of trading area, in which we are able to see that the first characteristic of trading area is population size and characteristics. Means whatever the area that you have you thought that this area in this area I want to establish my store, I want to set up my store. So, you just see that what is the population size and what are the characteristics of the people, of the customers residing in that particular area. Population size means what can be the age group, what is the gender, and the characteristics part, overall the behavioral aspect. Basically, you have to very analyze, means what is the income group, what is the occupation level of the customers residing in that particular area, what can be the disposable income, what can be the what is the lifestyle of the demographic of that particular trading area. So, you just evaluate, you just see the population size and the characteristics of the customers residing in that particular trading area that you want to set up the store. The second one is in the later slide we will discuss in a later one. Firstly, we will discuss just see the characteristic like availability of labor, closeness of sources of supply, competition, availability of location, rules and regulation. Means these characteristics must be available in the trade area that you are going to analyze, that you are going to select for your store. As I have explained earlier that population size and characteristics, the total size and density, age distribution, average in education level and percentage of residents owning homes. Owning homes, why it is required that if suppose in a particular area most of the respondents and most of the customers are having their own home, means there is no chances of switching or vacating that place, because that home, if they are owning their home, that their survival, their existence is basically the permanent. So, it is very essential or it is very crucial to know that how many residents or how many customers are in that particular area who are owning their own homes. And obviously, education level is also required, because if education if respondents are basically educated, then you are, if you are going to offer a product, a new product, then it becomes easier for you that you just may convince easily. Age distribution means what can be the age group available in that particular trading area, so that you just decide that which type of product assortment that I will hold in my store basically. Total size and density means overall population and the demographics we are talking about under population size and characteristics. The second one is availability of labor. Availability of labors like management trainee staffs, clerical staffs. Suppose if you are going to setting up a store in a particular trading area, you have to be very careful about the about availability of the manpower or the human resources in either skilled, semi-skilled or unskilled. You require basically these three combination of manpower. So, you just consider those areas where these manpowers are easily available, so that you just fulfill your human resource requirement, whether you are requiring the skilled person or unskilled person, you are able to get from that. So, it is one of the important consideration, and it is one of the important characteristic, it must be the important characteristic of the trading area that you have to consider if you are going to setting up a store. Next is closeness of sources of supply. Sources of supply means the transportation we are talking about, and the delivery aspect we are talking about. Means if we are ordering some product from wholesalers, and we have to fulfill the timely demand of the customer. So, we just you as a retailer just analyze what can be the delivery cost, and whatever the ordered assortment, it will be delivered on time or not. You have to be very you have to be taken care of all of these two. Closeness of sources of supply means at that trading area, are you able to find out that are you find ease in delivering and ordering the things, and those things will be available to you on time, so that you can fulfill your customers requirement and you are able to fulfill your objective whatever you are carrying. Next one is competitive situation. Competitive situation simply refers to number and size of existing competitors, evaluation of competitors, strength and weaknesses. Competition, as in the earlier classes we have also discussed that you have where there the competitive competition and competitors are there, you have to be very careful about any situation. So, in context of businesses, in context of retailing, you have to be very evaluative or analytical in while doing or while analyzing the strategy of your competitors. Obviously, trading area is having a characteristic of competitive situation, in which there must be certain numbers of existing competitors, new or older one, that you have to face it out. Evaluation of those competitors means suppose you have selected one particular trading area, and you just see that there are so many competitors available, there are few numbers of competitors available there. So, you just evaluate on the basis of your parameter, like the financial capability, the type of assortment, and the number of assortment, the promotional schemes that they are offering in that particular trading area. So, evaluation basically of those competitors will be done on the basis of your particular parameters, means what parameters you have holded, and on those parameters you just evaluate the different existing competitors and their strength and weaknesses, at what point they are very strong, at what point they are very weak, so that you just able to decide which trading area suits you, and which trading area can be a suitable option for locating the store that you want to set up. So, in trading area, obviously you as a retailer, you as individual, you as a business entity obviously find some competitive situation, because we are discussing about characteristics of trading area. So, if we talk about trading area, there is a characteristic, one of the prominent or crucial characteristic available there is competitive situation, means trading area has competitive situation. If you are going to select, or if you are going to see or evaluate a trading area, you have to face it this particular situation or this level of competition. Next is availability of location. Obviously, suppose we have in the earlier slides we have seen that primary, secondary and tertiary. If we have selected a secondary trading area, means we have selected a particular shopping area of a particular town. So, if we want to establish a store at appropriate place and exact place, so there must be availability of these type of locations, so that I can or we as a retailer, you as a retailer can establish or set up a store at that particular location. Means there is obviously one of the characteristic of trading area is availability of location, means there must be certain number and and type of location. Type of location, in the previous classes we have discussed about the retail location like isolated stores, main market area and neighborhood stores. These locations are available. So, it is one of the important consideration that in whatever the trading area you have selected, that must be a number and types of location. And second one is access to transportation. Obviously, if you want to offer products to the customer, so the customers must be accessible to your products. So, how they will be accessible? Obviously, you just see the transportation factor, that is transportation facility is available in that particular area or not. So, you have to be very careful about it, because if transportation is not available, means going there is not very easy. So, obviously, as a customer just switch the preferences towards other location or towards other store. So, it must be a consideration, it must be availability of the facility of the transportation there. Next is owning versus leasing opportunity. Obviously, if we are talking about the trading area or the location aspect, you as a business entity, you as a business person have to be very careful about that, whether you are going to owning a store or you are going to taking that store on rent or you are taking that store on lease, how much cost it will incur, that you have to be very analyzed. Means a location must be available, but in that location there must be these type of opportunities. Suppose I am not financially I am not so much financially strong, so I just go for either rent or lease. So, how much cost it will incur? So, it is required that there must be these type of opportunity available there, so that whenever a person wants to establish a store in a particular trading area, accordingly according to his or her requirement, you can take a particular one, whether he can own a particular store, whether he or she can take a store on the rent or lease. So, so you have to be very careful. So, one of the characteristic is availability of location, means whatever the trading area you have selected, that trading area must be different location and obviously having different owning or leasing opportunity too and access to transportation too. Next is computerized trading area analysis model. There are different models in the theories available in the theories of retail management. Obviously, it is one of the model, that analog model. Analog model basically helps you out in analyzing the area in context of the available competitors on the basis of the sale that those stores are able to cater. On the basis of those sales, on the basis of those that figure of sales, you can just decide that this trading area is suitable or not. Means you just see the different competitors, their financial condition, with their achievement of profit, attainment of the profit, are they able to achieve or not? If they are doing, if they are surviving for a coming from a very they are surviving for a longer time period, means somehow that trading area is very fruitful and it can be a good option, it can be a good choice of yours, so that you can just set up your store. So, analog model explains that you just see out the strategies or the sales scenario or the profit scenario of the different competitors available in that particular trading area, or on that basis you just take your decision accordingly. Second one is a regression model. It is basically a mathematical model in which certain equations are involved, and regression as name regression means simply we just check out the impact of one variable on different on another variable. Means there are two types of variable, dependent or independent. We just see the impact of independent variable on dependent variable. So, through this model the relationship between these two variables are being checked. Like in I have mentioned one line, that relationship between trade volume, means in that trading area you just see out the sales volume, the order of product, the sale volume of the product in that particular area, means the competitors are selling out, and obviously its impact on, means whatever the demographic population or whatever the population residing in that particular area, how much they are ordering, how much they are demanding, and its impact on the sales aspect, that is being analyzed by using regression model. And the third one is gravity model. Gravity name itself, it attracts somehow word involvement of a word attraction. So, gravity model explains that closer the store, the more chances of attracting the customers towards the store. Means you just locate a store nearby the resident, nearby the neighborhood where customers are residing, and as usual I am also a customer, I basically prefer to go to that place where I find ease, I can go there easily. So, gravity model basically explain human behavior, a human aspect, that those stores are very attractive, or those stores basically becomes a choice of customers to go to purchase that product. Those stores are those stores are very closer to the customers, and the customers find ease in accessing those stores. So, gravity model explains, means there is obviously a word attraction involved, that the closer aspect, closer is basically the magnet, and the more proximity, the more closeness is available, it is able to, it will be able to find more and more customer, attracting more and more customers towards the particular store. And these are the references. If you want to gather more information about the given concept like trading area analysis, you just go through it, and I hope that you will be able to understand the concept of trading area analysis. Thank you.